So my name's Jovana Balanovic. I work for the Department of Conservation and my role is a social scientist, which is both an advisory role and a research role. Varied, which is one of those classic answers. It really depends on the research question. So, for example, because I studied psychology, my role is understanding the human part of conservation and environmental issues. So if someone said to me, hey, we want to know how to, for example, understand how people perceive kauri dieback and how we get them to use the foot cleaning stations, that's one project which is really specific. It's about people scrubbing a boot. And on the other end, it could be as broad as how do people perceive novel pest technology? And that's on a national scale, and it's a very broad perceptive thing. So my day-to-day life includes research, like you would at university, but also the relationship building and the organisational aspects of project management. Yeah. So, like I was saying, I started off with psychology without a specific slant towards environmental issues because it didn't exist then. I had a personal care for environmental issues, but it wasn't a big part of my education. So I did my undergrad, my Bachelor of Arts in Psychology, and then I did my honours 1 year, and then I followed that up with an honours and masters in cross-cultural psychology of all things, which doesn't on the face of it sound related, but it's the it's the understanding of collective level psychology. That's what culture is, and also including ethnic culture and all those sort of more classical cultural things. And all of those things are actually very important when it comes to understanding conservation. So yeah, my team is diverse, and that just happens to be the thing that I bring to the table, which is nice. A series of, well, exploration really, because like I said, when I was studying psychology, I didn't know that this job existed at the time. Luckily now it's becoming more of a thing. All I knew is that I enjoyed psychology and I was good at it and I cared about the environment. And I thought if I do what I'll love, I'll be good at what I do. And if I'm good at what I do, I'll get the job where I'm the most useful. It's actually quite simple, and it happened to work out, but it did require just looking for opportunities, basically. And so when I applied for this job, I was just very authentic, and I honestly said, I think the application of psychology to environmental issues is one of the most important things in today's world. And that seemed to resonate, and yeah, I've been a year into my role and I still love it. So that's really nice. I feel very privileged.
Awesome.
Yes, there are. That I think would vary depending on you as an individual, on your schedule and your lifestyle. So for example, a lot of the other people in my team have families, and so that makes it more difficult for them to just up and leave for a meeting in Christchurch or Auckland. I mean, they still do those things. It's just that because I'm in a different life situation, I can say yes to more of the opportunities. So for example, I frequently go to Auckland because there's a lot of people there who are doing the similar sort of work, but then specific project trips. So for example, I went to Stewart Island or Rakiura, where we did a predator-free Rakiura project there. And yeah, just a variety of places, which is really nice and actually is really useful because you actually get to experience the environment that you're researching. It's not just a purely intellectual exercise.